Oi, é 11 de setembro, são 19h10 agora. A gente tá aqui em frente onde era o World Trade Center, as torres gêmeas caíram há 9 anos atrás. E falaram que às 19, às 7, né, e 11 iam acender umas luzes, sei lá. E o dia todo eles fizeram umas coisas, sei lá, umas coisas aí. E aí tem, olha esse cara aqui, ele é da, sei lá, do Iraque, ele falou que é uma mentira, 11 de setembro, que você sabia de tudo e tal. E ele tá aí falando a verdade pro pessoal, se eles quiserem ouvir. E eu não sei o que eu acredito, mas... Cadê as luzes, né? Enquanto isso eu filmo a Vanessa. Vanessa, dá um oi.
Vanessa com sua versão da história. Com sua nova versão da história. Oi?
Oi? E já são 19h11. Já são 7h11, nada aconteceu. E eu tô gravando à toa, então. Nossa, World Center. Então, será que as luzes eram daquele edifício ali, ó? Tô falando sério, será que não é?
7. É a 37.
Então, enquanto isso a gente fica aqui esperando.
Não vai muito pra aquele lado. E aí foi procurar meio.
Já são 19h12. Nada aconteceu. Já, eu acho que enganaram a gente. Ou tá atrasado, ou as luzes eram daquele edifício. Que é o que eu realmente estou achando.
Que edifício?
Aquele ali. E que falou que ia acender e ficar acendido até da manhã. Ó, o sol está se pondo ainda. Não dá pra ver direito pela câmera. Tem umas bandeirinhas dos Estados Unidos.
3 buildings came down that day. They only play for us World Trade Center 1 and 2. They don't play for us World Trade Center 7. And the reason they don't play World Trade Center 7 over and over is because World Trade Center 7 truly looked like a controlled demolition. The building fell straight down. Now, I'm not going to be able to convince you guys that the 210-story buildings turned to dust, fell straight down. You might be able to convince me in a debate. One day, that one building can fall straight down. You might be able to convince me. But 3 buildings on the same day falling straight down without toppling over the way buildings are supposed to fall, okay? You might be able to convince me of 1, but you're not going to be able to convince me that 3. It's a mathematical impossibility. I'm an electrician. When electricity flows, it flows in the path of least resistance. When it rains, and rain comes down over the mountain and into the river, well, guess what? The water flows in the path of least resistance. And when buildings fall down, they fall down in the path of least resistance. They do not fall down in the path of most resistance.
Tá entendendo?
Mais ou menos.
They tell us that the plane that hit the Pentagon was incinerated by the intense flames from the heat of the jet fire, the jet fuel fire. There were no wings on the outside of the building. There was no tail section. There was no luggage. There were no chairs. No, I don't have any. There were no chairs. The plane was consumed by fire, they said, yet they identified 90% of the human remains. So what fire is going to take titanium engines and aluminum aircraft, but not take human remains? How's that possible? Where were the wings? Look at the hole. The hole is barely big enough to fit the fuselage. Where were the wings? Where was the tail section? Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden was born from the CIA, people. Do your research. We funded him through the CIA with the Mujahideen to fight the Russians in Afghanistan. We created Al-Qaeda. We gave them the Stinger missiles to shoot the Russian helicopters out of the sky. Those same Stinger missiles we are afraid that they are going to use against us and our commercial aircraft. We created Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden was a CIA operative, and he still is. What about NORAD? NORAD is our air defenses. We created NORAD after World War II. NORAD has been 100% successful in intercepting every single aircraft that has come into our airspace since its creation. Its average response time is 10 minutes. Well, on 9/11, the planes were allowed to fly around for 90 minutes. So how could some guy in a cave stop our air defenses? Where were our F-18s? How come they did not intercept any of those planes? It doesn't make sense. There are too many anomalies in the official story to believe it.
I agree with you. How does a building fall free fall in 6.5 seconds? It's impossible.
Why would they take out World Trade Center 7?
Everybody deaf and dumb? Don't you guys talk? You don't have anything to say to him or talk with him or ask him?
I want to do all the speaking. I'm going to say things that are going to disturb you, and I want you to go home and look for yourself on the internet, people. I want you to go home and look for yourself.
I agree with every word the man
I
says.
agree with every word he's saying. That's why I'm talking.
Why did they tell me
Because I'm wondering why nobody else talks. Only him?
Treta.
That's it?
Espero que a luz acenda logo.
E eu quero tocar no troço.
You got it,
That's
amen.
it. You keep walking, and they can't say that you're obstructing traffic, and the cops can't take you, and that's why I continue walking. What's up?
He's right, all you gotta do is keep walking. You can go along. You're not doing anything wrong.
I have an audience here.
Public thoroughfare.
I don't want anybody to bother me. I don't want anybody to bother me. I
Crazy
just want to state the
Christians
anomaly.
down there telling Muslims they're going to go to hell because
I don't need support. Look at the mosque, people. It's all a diversion.
forget about religion. Right?
It's all a diversion to distract you from us killing people abroad, because that's what we do in this country.
About money.
We kill more people.
He can do anything he wants. You know that? We can all do anything we want.
They got you doing the bad
You
job.
know that. Don't you think? I know they're making you do it, but you.
Yeah, they're giving you a bad job today. It's a bad job they're giving you.
Keep going?
Yeah, keep going. Just don't stop.
Vai todo mundo.
How about this? My wife, who's a staff sergeant in the Marine Corps, I was a sergeant. I got out when I woke up to 9/11.
You know something?
My wife is a staff sergeant. She's about this tall, redhead. Okay? I get a letter from the Veterans Administration that notifies me that we are dropping nuclear munitions in Iraq. I thought the last nuclear bomb we dropped was in World War II. No, it's called depleted uranium. We are shooting our nuclear waste at these poor people. Tactical nuclear weapons. They are being used.
Yeah, he's right.
What about this post-9/11 world that they've created for us?
Be very, very quiet. Make sure nobody hears you.
What about this post-9/11 world that they've created for us, where they're putting video cameras up everywhere? And easy pass readers. What's that metal box hanging over there?
É interessante.
We
Essa
got
mulher
a
tá irritando.
microphone. We have an easy pass reader. They have facial recognition cameras. I mean, this is all shit Hitler would love.
You're right.
This is all shit Hitler would love, and they're doing it here with our taxpayers' money. And they're doing it because of 9/11. What about the domestic wiretapping that's come out? What about the FISA courts and the elimination of posse comitatus?
Gente, não
We can
imagina
have
que isso
troops in
pode
the
entrar num
streets.
filme e a gente
Have
pode
you been to
aparecer no
Grand
filme.
Central Station lately? It kind of looks like Nazi Germany, except the stormtroopers are dressed in digital camouflage.
What the fuck? No! Não.
Have you guys seen the sound weapon that they're using now? Yeah. Aren't you guys noticing this? Soon the shit's gonna be worthless. $1 is only actually worth 4 cents. They have to keep devaluing the pennies because the copper in the pennies is worth more than a penny. So now, penny's almost worthless. They want to make it 2 cents, and this is all because of war. This is all because of war, because we're funding death and destruction abroad instead of funding growth and prosperity here. That's what we need, growth and prosperity. Our bridges are falling down, yet we're more interested in sending laser-guided bombs through people's windows in some other country for the oil.
E ele falou, nossas pontes estão se...
Todo o dinheiro gasto em guerra é...
Porque nosso dinheiro é gastado fora e não aqui dentro.
Todo o dinheiro gasto em guerra podia ser usado para o bem.
Mas isso é um fato da economia dos Estados Unidos. Eles gastam mais dinheiro com política externa do que com política interna. Sabe, política interna de saúde, de educação, essas coisas. Não.
I don't know anything about those.
Shut up and drive.
Fala pro cara. Eu quero...
E as luzes não acenderam, ou será que é essas daí de nada? Nice. Ojos, muchachos. Oi, gente, eu descobri que na verdade as luzes já estiveram acesas, mas a gente pensou que ia ser aqui no mês dos edifícios porque alguém disse
Foi o
que ia ser
jornal.
aqui. E aí, na verdade, aqueles faixas de luzes ali. Eu reparei. Agora todo mundo vai olhar pra cá. Opa, não tô tirando foto, eu tô filmando.
Mas é muito alto, hein?
Era o tamanho do World Trade Center.
Não, vai até
Não.
onde estiver nuvem.
Tô brincando.
É, não era assim. Segura com seus papeletos que eu vou tirar uma foto.
Quanto mais escurecer, mais legal vai ficar.
Mas não tem nada demais, se elas se mexessem pelo menos. Ó, dois faixas
Não vai fazer um show pirotécnico da Broadway pra celebrar a morte das pessoas? Ninguém é feliz assim. 3 mil pessoas morreram.
Mas não é por isso.
Budista.
Então faz um negócio.
Comemora, né?
Não comemorar, mas sei lá, né? Tipo,
Não, apenas 2 faixas de luz simbólicos em respeito às pessoas que morreram.
É igual quando inaugura os prédios lá na...
então. Aí solta fogo de artifício, é mais legal, tá vendo?
Fogos de artifício.
Tá certo?
Jesus. Ó o avião ali. Vai bater no
bater.
prédio. Bateu.
Olha! Que é verdade! Ó o avião aqui batendo. Pá, pá, pá. I put my hands up in the air.
Aí, respeita os mortos.
E aquele lá é o Empire States. Ou não. É Empire States, né? É. Coloridinho.
Não, não é.
É, não é? É sim.
O Empire State é bem mais pro norte, a gente tá no
Aquele
sul.
lá é o que, então?
É outro prédio que não é o Empire State, querida. O Empire State tá lá pela rua 30 e a gente tá, tipo, depois de onde as ruas já acabaram, os números.
Shut up and drive.
A gente tá, tipo, na rua menos 10. Na linha cronológica das ruas. Depois você olha o mapa. Sai daqui!
Tá, tchau.
Tchau, prédios!